Welcome, fellow tabletop RPG fans. Today I'm going to be talking about The Dark Eye on Foundry Virtual Tabletop. If you're wondering what is The Dark Eye is a German-based role-playing game from Ulysses Spiele. It has been around since about the 80s and it's very much fun to play. So if you're interested in the lore or the general game mechanics of The Dark Eye, well, feel free to check out How to Be a Great GM, Your Humble Game Master, or Rob's Tabletop World. All three of them do very good reviews of the system, of the lore, give you some nice insights in the artwork and everything around the Dark Eye. If you're just interested in playing the Dark Eye on Foundry Virtual Tabletop, this is the channel to be. We will be guiding you through the different modules, the different mechanics, how to use the system, how to have fun with it. If you're a German speaker, I can always recommend VTTom's channel. He has been doing some amazing Das schwarze Auge, which is the German name for the Dark Eye. And he has many good videos you can look at. So for German speakers, well, please also check out VTTom's channel, who's a great supporter of ours. And if you're an English speaker, well, you stay tuned and let's VTT. So I'm already here in my game world and I want to be showing you some of the nice features the Dark Eye has to offer. Number one, the Dark Eye is an officially supported game system on Foundry Virtual Tabletop, officially, because it was created in accordance with Ulysses Spiele. So you can find some very interesting modules, descriptions on ulyssesUS.com, where they give you some insights about the available modules you can find for the Dark Eye. You can also find all the relevant information on the Foundry Virtual Tabletop pages. If you want to install a new module, you will have some insights and you will be directed to the shop. So in this world, I have installed the Dark Eye system, so the game system, which includes a lot of mechanics to play the game, which has the character sheet included. And I also installed one more module, which is the free introduction adventure. This free introduction adventure gives you a short story you can play with your friends to get to know the Dark Eye, the different systems of the tool, the game mechanics, which are all been included in this program. So with Foundry Virtual Tabletop and the game system, the Dark Eye, you can play the game without knowing the rules, because the game will, the system will help you enjoy your game session. So let's talk about some of the great features of the Dark Eye. Number one, which I really enjoy, is having a journal browser. The journal browser is a built-in feature for the Dark Eye, and I think it might be already in Foundry 11 as well for other game systems, but it was originally implemented in the Dark Eye. So if you hit the J button, you will see the journal browser. And as you can see here already, I was in my introduction adventure, and now we're just going to look at the journal browser, which will give me an overview of what I have installed. So I have no rulebook installed at this moment, no regional supplement, but I have the adventure module. So we're going to look at the introduction adventure module real quick here. So if we go in here, you can see this is the Dark Eye quick start rules. You can find it once again on ulyssesUS.com. I will post the link as well. They're available in German and in English. And the journal browser and the system will give you some insights, how you prepare your game, what is the Dark Eye in Foundry. So preparation, please import and update this module to use the game system. Maybe even install the game audio bundles, which are for free, to have some nice corresponding sounds within your game session. Gives you some details about Foundry Virtual Tabletop. Like you can find VTTom's YouTube channel for German speakers. You have a wiki, you have the Discord from Ulysses Spiele, so you can have some more insights. And if you want to learn more, just feel free to browse any of them. If we're looking at the introduction adventure right now, we can have an overview of the quick start rules, which have been included here in this journal, so you can read through how do I play the Dark Eye, what are the what's the role-playing game, what is the rules, what are quality levels, how does combat work, if you just really want to know this, but otherwise you can just enjoy the system because it will do most of the work for you. We also have some information about the last 30 years of the Dark Eye. We have an overview of Aventuria, which will just give you, some slight information, and it will have the journals you require as a game master of Slavers of the Realm world, as well as an overview of the included scenes, which is just for Slavers of the Realm world, just one, but with 3 different scenarios. I will give you insights later on this one, and some exemplary characters you can use to play this game. And here we see you have different chapters in this adventure, notes for the game master, and all the different parts of this adventure. So I'm going to be closing this journal browser, and I'm going to show you some other very cool feature, which is the library. The library comes in handy when you have installed some more of the modules. In this case, for if you only have the base system installed, you can have some the overview of the skills. You can have some available species like elven, human, dwarf, half-elven. The player can choose off. And if you go on the zoo, you can also look at the characters that have been provided in this game system, and the creatures and the non-player characters. So I've imported everybody, so now they are here as the introduction character as well as in my local world. So if you don't import them, which you don't need to, you can always access them through the library, which really helps you if you have a lot of modules. You import every item, your system will tend to get a little slower, which is Foundry regular behavior. So only import what you really need, and your system will stay very, very fast. So we're going to be looking at the character sheet a little bit here and the mechanics. So I'm going to be opening my Giron Bladebreaker. He's a mercenary. So he is no spellcaster and no blessed one. So he's just a real regular fighter. We have his attributes up here. We have his life points, his fate points, which you can use to reroll. Once again, please look out at the rules to know what the fate points will help you through. So if Giron Bladebreaker wants to roll a skill check, that's very easy, or an attribute check. Attribute check, you just hit one of those buttons and you see I can do a courage check here. I can add manual modifiers, or I can select the difficulty based on the system, and I can say how I want to roll. I want to be rolling a public test on my courage, and I see my I have 15, which is my courage, and it's a success. I'm going to be trying to roll a strength test real quick again. So maybe my strength, well, this one I failed, I botched, even though 20 is a botch, but in my second roll, the system already tried and I made a 5, which will then, give me a success. But now with a failure and a success, it's an unconfirmed botch. I didn't hurt myself, I just failed my check. So if you hit on any of those dice up here, you will roll the test. If you want to do a skill check, it's basically the same. You select the skill you want to do your check with. I'm going to do body control, and you hit the 3 dice here, and it will just give you some more insights of what you can do. And I'm going to be rolling this one, and I see 2, 15, 16, 2 against my agility. It's a success. 15 against my agility. It's not a success, but I have 7 skill points, which then will allow me to go back to a 13, and 16 on my constitution, which is once again not a success, but with the remaining 5 of my skill points, I can get it down to 13. So I have 2 skill points left, which will give me a quality level of 1. So overall, I made a successful roll. All these details are included in the system, so the calculation of my success levels, my quality levels, will be part of the system. You can download for free. It also includes, as I said, those if you get the introduction adventure, it gives you some of the characters, give you some insights of the advantages that might be available in the core system, for instance. and it will give you some items of the equipment which you can just, you know, reuse to play your game, or you can just use these characters to go through the forest. So we're going to be changing into the adventure real quick. I'm not going to spoil too much. If you might just want to play the game, feel free to download the introduction adventure and then play the game. So I'm going to be focusing solely on this area, so none of your players will know what will come to them. In the introduction adventure, we decided to make it very easy for you. Drag your characters up here, start the adventure, and as a GM, you can just open those journals and it will guide you what to do. So if you see those buttons in here, those dices in here, you can just request a role from the journals. If you want to request a role using the system, you can just say RQ, and then you can select the skill you want to be doing. So I might be doing self-control. So you can have a look at all these different checks. So basically, I'm not going to be going into a lot more details. Those will follow in my next videos. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You enjoyed a quick glance at the Dark Eye on Foundry Virtual Tabletop. And I hope to see you again in one of my next videos where we will be looking at character creation, some of the more game mechanics, having a look at how the player will see the system, lots of module reviews for the modules which are available in German and English. So yeah, quick note on the side, if you purchase one of those Foundry Virtual Tabletop modules, you will receive the German version, the English version, as well as all rules which were part of the PDFs in German or English, all included in the journal browser. So this will, give you some good insights. The modules that are available in German and English are usually marked with DSR and the TDE for the Dark Eye. But if you want to have a greater look at what modules are available in English, please check out ulysses.us.com, which will list all the modules available in English. As soon as the translation is added for one of the modules already in this Foundry store, if you bought the module in German, you will already always get the English version as well. Wonderful evening. So, looking out, we will see the modules. Next time we're going to look at FoundryVTT, the Dark Eye. We're going to be looking at the character creation. I'm going to be doing a review on the core module, as well as all available modules, and maybe some more interesting insights. So for now, let's VTT, have fun, play the Dark Eye, and see you soon.